Okay, mine's is called Free Jelly Beans with a little rules and guides that say must complete 5 activities, 10 jelly beans per child. Please wash your hands before grabbing jelly beans. And a little cycle. So my first activity is called Aiden's Favorite Flavors. Now, when you read the book, How Many Jelly Beans, this is actually, it's not required as part of my activity, but if you'd like to, it's fine. In one of the pages, it's Aiden's, and he's chosen 100 jelly beans, and he's picked off exactly how many he wants. So what I have the kids do is, every kid's going to get a worksheet also, by the way, is I've asked them to find the fractions to each number that he picked. So and after that, he would go ahead and right here is on the side, it's a color, and then you just put the fraction. And then I also asked him also to put in order the greatest to least. So I thought he's finding fractions, and then he's realizing what's greater and what's least. And the standards for this one is number sense for fractions. For activity 2, I call it a jelly bean fraction, which is a kid is going to come up here. He's going to grab 10 jelly beans from the jar at random. He's going to lay them on the table, and since there's so many different flavors, he's going to find the fractions for each one of his flavors. So since it's out of 10, if he gets 2 reds, then he has 2 out of 10 reds. And then what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and write each activity on this paper. The third one is called Jelly Bean Pie graph. And what this is basically, since you have a fraction of your jelly beans, now what you're going to do is first convert it into percentages. And that's going to be right on the paper. And then for the next page, what you're going to do is down here, I have cutouts of 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 100%. So for example, let's say if you have 2 out of 10 jelly beans, that's 20%. You're going to go ahead and grab the 20% one, write the color, and then you're going to paste it on your sheet. And then by the end of your activity, you're going to have a whole circle of the different flavors that you have. And for this standard, it's measurement and geometry, number sense, algebra and functions, and statistics, data and analysis. And then for the fourth, I have it's called trade up, down, or together. And basically, you have 10 jelly beans, and you're going to find a partner that has, of course, another 10. And you're going to get to, I guess, trade flavors. You're not going to like all the flavors, so you get to trade them. If you do trade them, well, now your next activity is to find the fractions for your new jelly beans. And if you decide not to trade them, then you're going to go ahead and also on the paper, you're going to write on order what's the greatest jelly beans you have to the least. So once again, it's kind of like the first one where you're finding what's greater and what's least. And then for the fifth activity, it's called differences between jelly beans. If no one wants to trade with you because you got the flavors you don't want, then you get to decide what flavors you want to pick from there, and then you're going to find the differences. So let's say if you got 4 out of 10 white, but you don't like white, and you decide, oh, I only wanted 1 white, then you're going to go ahead and find the difference, like, oh, okay, then the difference between that is 3 out of 10 whites. So you just take, you just subtract. And what I did in this, I put a helping guide. And in this helping guide, it tells you right here, if you, since you're putting out 10, if you have 1 jelly bean, that equals in fractions 1/10, and then equals in percentages 10%. So I thought if a kid is having trouble, you could just look at the helping guide, and they'll all be right here. And I also added examples to each one of the activities so they can have extra help. And I believe that's it.